but I need a little extra.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Oh, man, I hope you're doing so good. Dude, today is Thursday, July 18th, 2019. That's crazy, man. That's right. Today is Thursday, July 18th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Thursday, July 18th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible day. Fair enough? Let's make the absolute most of this incredible day. And I don't know about you. I'm assuming I'm jumping ahead here. I may be wrong. I don't know. But I don't know about you. But I personally need a little extra today. I do. I personally need a little extra today. And I just have a feeling that you might need a little bit extra today also if you're anything like me. I mean, it's been a heck of a week, dude. It has been a heck of a week, like Monday. So Monday was like all day grind, trying to figure out, stuff for grow your business for God's sake. And I'm trying to get everything in line with all the different, the speakers and the travel and the arrangements and the setups and the lanyards and the workbooks and all the different things that go along with that. Of course, I'm working on hashtag rise and grind, trying to make sure that we're delivering powerful content and that we're fueling the group and that we're keeping that as pure as humanly possible and staying on a missional mindset, right? And so I'm doing all of that on Monday on top of the fact that our house, the flooring in our house and the air ducts in our house have been destroyed. So the house has got fans sitting in there from like disaster relief type fans that are super loud. And my wife's kind of like stressing out because she's got the kids and she's got the fans. And we got all these things that are going on and we're trying to put this event together and so on and so forth, right? And so that was like all day Monday. And then Tuesday, I had Lisa Copeland. I did my show. Then I did the interview with Lisa Copeland, and then I spent some time working with Tom Cadlick Motors, their team out there in Minnesota. I had to work with some stuff. We had some issues that we had to work through over at Tom Cadlick Honda, and so I was working with those guys. And then of course there's still the Grow Your Business for God's Sake stuff that we got to work on, and then I got to make sure that my sponsors for that event, like Hunt Brothers Pizza, who have sponsored that event, make sure that they're taken care of because they're incredible. And then we've got Marriage Movement, which is the group online, the Facebook group. They've also sponsored the Grow Your Business for God's Sake conference. So Ryan and Blair making sure we have everything set up for the signage and the images and so on and so forth on them, keeping Tuesday rather busy. Then yesterday I had my show first thing in the morning. Then I went over and I did Lisa's show. I did Lisa's show for her. Then when I got done with Lisa's show, and I thought I had that image. When I got done with Lisa's show, then I spent some time with the Carter Myers Automotive team. Got to do some training with the Carter Myers Automotive team, which was incredible. Super, super fun. What an amazing group of superhumans. So I got to do some stuff with them. Then I jumped in the car and I drove to Tennessee. I drove to Nashville, Tennessee, where I spent some time down there with a guy named Andrew Green Ministries. So I spent some time in Tennessee. We spent like 3 or 4 hours with Andrew. Then we turned around and came back and drove from Tennessee. We're talking 4 hours each way, right? So we did 8 hours in the car, 4 hours there. Yesterday, got home like 10 o'clock at night, whatever time it was, right? And then today is crazy because today I have my show, and then at 10 o'clock this morning I will be interviewing Danelle Delgado, right here on Facebook. I'll be interviewing Danelle, which is going to be incredible. And then after interviewing Danelle, I'm actually stepping in for Sharon Lechter, the Sharon Lechter, who sold 30 million books, co-author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. She's asked me to step in and host her show. She's got a secret mastermind group. And so I'm going to be hosting her show in her mastermind group. And then I'm trying to get prepared for tomorrow, because tomorrow morning, you guys are going to get to meet Kelsey Malacote, who is incredible. And Kelsey Malacote is going to be on the show tomorrow morning. So that's kind of been my week. And that doesn't include like the working out, all the time with my wife and with my kids, with my family. We took them all to the dentist, all 5. Imagine if the Lundy kids, if you were a dentist, imagine if you were a dentist and the Lundy family comes rolling up into your dentist's office, a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, an 8-month-old. The Lundys roll deep. And we come rolling up in your dentist's office. You'd probably be shaking in your boots. But my man Bart McFarland knows how to handle it, man. They bring out the 2 dental hygienists. They got the 2 chairs. They got the toys ready. They got everything that they need. Boom. They got, boom, one kid. They're like an assembly line over there. It's insane, right? So that doesn't include the stuff with the kids, the stuff around the house, right? All of those things that I had to do this week. So I don't know about you, dude, but I need like a little extra juice this morning. I do. I need some juice. So today, it's time for us to truly live out this hashtag rise and grind. We're going to live it out today, because this is what it looks like. This is life, right? You're like, Glenn, your life, that's my life. It's busy. Right? This is what life looks like. But yet we still have to put on the face. We still have to put on our armor, right? And we got to go out there and get the job done. That's what's required. So today we're going to have to really dig in, rise and grind on another level. We got to find another gear. I'm going to help you do that this morning. I'm going to help you find another gear. I'm going to find another gear, because you see, there's something that I know about you, and that's that you have more. You do. You have more. It is an absolute fact. You have more to do. You have more to give. You have more to love. You have more to make. You have more to create. You have more to grow. Like, we still have to rise, evolve, and impact every single day. That's our nature. We were designed to ascend. My friend Danelle Delgado talks about this all the time. From the moment we were born, from the crawling to the standing up to the walking to the running, right? From the moment we were born, we were designed to ascend. So we still need to rise, evolve, and impact on a higher level. We got to do it. And so it don't matter how busy it is. It don't matter what the week's been like. We have more. You have more. I have more. So let's get it. Listen, this is the part of the show. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, right, I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. It's also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you, whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay. Say what's up. I'll say what's up back. What's up, Pam Biddle? How you doing, Arlen Anderson? What's up, Nathaniel Banks, George Fleming, Janelle Griego, Whitney Wells, Stephen Jones, Stephen Kuhn out there in Budapest or Hungary or wherever the heck you are. What's up, Vicky Everett and Casey Rossiter? My man Jeff Baker. What's up, Don Sankey? Don Sankey's up in here. I saw Liza Myers Borges and my man Scott Simons. What's up, Josh? RGK's up in here. Mabel Peralta. What's up, Mabel? Mabel's out of the hospital. Your prayers. We were praying for you, Mabel. Mabel's out. What's up, Terry LaPierre and Danielle Rose? Danielle, I got a message for you, Danielle. I got something for you. somebody in this group did something special for you. I'm going to share that with you later. What's up, Rhonda Phillips Wigglesworth? What's up, Kelly Taylor and CJ Craig Mile? Everybody's up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. What's up, Dave Clayton? What's up, CC Eberly? Let's go. You ready? Look, man. Woo! I need a little more. You need a little more? I need a little more. Cindy, are you getting the live links again? Good morning. Check it out. Here's what I just found out, actually. When I first opened up my software to do my program, apparently Facebook is, what's the word? I had to look up what the word was. But Facebook is throttling anybody that's using software like what I use. Me, Lisa, Marcus, any of those, anybody that's using outside software to create better lives. Facebook has been throttling those posts, not letting people see them, not giving people notifications that are supposed to be getting notifications, turning off. If you go into your settings to see if you're getting notified when I go live, you may find that that's been turned off. Facebook's been doing that. So when I first opened my software, there was a note about that, and it told me to go ahead and upgrade my software, and we shouldn't have that problem anymore. So hopefully you guys will get the feed. Those of you that signed up to get it, which makes me really happy because I was kind of getting a little defeated, right? You're like, man, I'm doing all this work. I'm grinding. I'm putting it in. I'm trying to deliver valuable content. I've created something new, right? And then you just see your numbers kind of like, they're going down and you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? You start to think it's you, right? And then you get a little message like that and it turns out, man, it's just because you're over delivering. That's all. It's because you're over delivering. It's because you're creating an experience. And Facebook doesn't always like that, right? They're not a big fan, but that's the battle. That's part of what I have to do. Listen, it has been a crazy transition for me. It has been a truly crazy transition for me. I've gone from the known to the unknown. You see, the auto industry for me was always natural. It was always easy. It was always something that I was good at, always. And being in a store was very, very comfortable. Being the general manager at the second largest used car franchise dealership in the country, being the face of that dealership, being in the ultimate position in that dealership, making incredible money at that dealership, being surrounded by an amazing team of human beings that we were ascending and climbing 800% growth in 5 years. That was a really comfortable place for me. I knew it. I could breathe it all the time. I could breathe it all the time. It was easy for me to be in that environment. I was in a place where I knew it all. And now I literally am I'm in a place now where I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I know how to help the dealers that I work with. I know how to work with you and educate you, and I know how to speak well from a stage. I have the skill set and the things that I brought along with me, but I'm doing things now like having to figure out bookkeeping, right? My wife and I are having to figure out bookkeeping, and I'm having to do things like clean the office. I got to vacuum the office. I got to wipe down the counters, right? Like I gotta figure out things like when the bandwidth's not good on my feed and you guys aren't getting a good live stream or a good feed. I got to figure that stuff out and work with all the different places, all the different people that I got to pay all the different bills, right? Like Spectrum and the electricity and the lease for my office and my studio. These things are new. I haven't had to do these things. I always worked for someone else. I'm having to figure out payroll and employees. I've got an assistant now. She's amazing, right? I'm having to figure that stuff out. I'm having to figure out like travel, and I'm traveling around all over the place. I'm trying to figure out like airline miles and how that works and how to use a business card. And I'm trying to figure out like taxes and what deductions and all of this stuff, man. Right. And then, of course, we got to deal with like Facebook and their rules and Facebook outages. And you panic like, oh, my gosh, what is going on? Right. All of this stuff is new to me. I've never done any of this stuff before. It's really, really, really uncomfortable. It's stretching me in so many different directions. But you see, this past October, as I was sitting there on a Monday morning at the dealership that I had worked at for 8 years and was really comfortable at and could have worked at forever, I literally felt this, I just felt this tug. I felt this tug on my heart to do more. I felt like I could make a bigger impact on more people's lives if I wasn't constrained or tied to one specific building, one specific dealership. Nothing wrong with the dealership, nothing wrong with the people in it, nothing wrong with my position at the dealership, nothing wrong with my job at all. I just felt tugged and pulled for more. And so I felt the call and I stepped out. And it was scary. I remember Scott Simons calling me like, bro, what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, Scott. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just know that I feel called to do more. And so I stepped out, and this morning, though my house is in shambles and the business is in disarray, and by disarray, I only mean like, I just don't know what a lot of it is. And so I'm in disarray. I should clarify that. And though my schedule is super busy, and ultimately the long-term path for me right now is unknown. Ultimately, the long-term path is unknown. I know the mission. I have a missional mindset, but it's not as easy as it was for me before. See, before, when I was in automotive, I knew the long-term path. I knew that we buy a car, we put it on the lot, we market it for sale, we turn around, we sell it, then we bring them back and we service it. We make sure to get parts for it to keep it running. And as long as we do this, we can continue to move and evolve and rise and grow, right? That was easy for me. I don't know the long-term path for hashtag rise and grind. I don't know the long-term path for grow your business for God's sake. I don't know the long-term path for Glenn Lundy and his family. I don't know what that looks like. I know what my vision is. I know what my hopes are, my dreams and my desires, but I don't know exactly what this is all going to turn out to be. It's grown and evolved to so much more. It started as just a show at 5:30 in the morning, and then it became a group, and then it became Rise and Grind Gear, and now it's Grow Your Business for God's Sake, and it's a book called The Morning Five, and I'm interviewing guests, and I'm reaching higher and higher levels all of the time, and different content and studios and all kinds of things. It's evolved so much in 18 months. I don't know what the path is beyond. It's unknown. But along this journey, there are three things that I've learned that I want to give you today. And when I say this journey, not just the last eight months, but the last 40 years. So there are three things I want to share with you this morning. Three things that I want to give you. Like, this is my 93 octane, right? This is my high octane fuel. This is what keeps me going. This is the end all code to all of my success. This is why I drive the way that I drive. This is why I'm able to live the life that I live with no caffeine. This is why I get up at 3:50 in the morning after going to bed at 11:30 at night. This is why people call me when their teams need help. This is why I am connecting with some of the biggest and the baddest mama jammas on the planet. And this is why I thrive in the chaos. Three things I want to share with you today. First and foremost, let's go right into it. Are you ready? This is going to be your high octane for today, because I know you need a little more today. I know you feel what I feel. It's late in the week. You've had a crazy week. It's been busy, and you're just like, whoo. And so I'm going to give you just that little bit more today. I'm going to give you what you need to push through today, tomorrow, this weekend, next week, next month. First things first. BG Campbell, Beth Workman, I hope they're up in here. First things first. I know something for a fact. I know that none of this is for me or about me. I know that none of this is for me or about me. None of it. None of it. From birth, it's never been about me. It's always been. My life has always been about how it affects and impacts others. You see, I know this. That's where the drive comes from. See, it took me a while to understand this. I didn't realize this in my 20s. I certainly didn't realize it in my early 30s, but I realize it now. You see, from birth, my life was never about me. It's always been about how my life impacts others. It's the effect that you have on others, that ripple effect. You see, my tough floor situation, let's just go to that. My tough floor situation where we have water all down in the HVAC system and we're tearing out all of this hardwood floor in my beautiful home and it's displaced my entire house. That situation has created jobs for other people. It's created jobs so that other people can put food on the table for their families. Yes, it's inconvenient for me, but guess what? It's work for them. It's a big old job. It's tens and tens and tens and tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars of work. It's created jobs for other people. This show right here was gifted to me for you. It was gifted for me for you. It was given to me to share it with you. It's never been about me. This show has never, ever, 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 ever been about Glenn Lundy. And it never will be about Glenn Lundy. It's always been, from the beginning, it's always been about Janelle Griego, Vicki Everett, Liza Myers, Terry Collins, Tabby Negri, Jeff Baker, Don Sankey, Josh O. It's always been about how the show impacts you. It's never been about me. I just get to put my face on it. You see, my life, my struggles, my pain, my story, that's never been about me. It's always, always, always about how my life impacts and affects others. And when you know this in your core, in your heart, when you know this inside out, when you know for a fact that you are living your life to impact others, you'll sleep less, you'll run harder, you'll do more. Just fact. Straight and simple fact. So step one, or part one of the 3 things that I know that are my high octane. That's right, in the beginning, Darian Sanders. What a great show that was. None of this is for or about me. It never was. It's always been about how my life impacts others. The second thing that I know for a fact that gives me the fuel, the drive, to be able to desire, to be able to run with no caffeine, to be able to take chances, to be able to pull on to feel the tug and be able to respond to it. The second thing that I know for a fact is that I am a spiritual being. Okay? I am a spiritual being. You cannot sway me on this. You cannot dissuade me from this. You cannot tell me anything different. I have experienced it. I know it to be truth. I am a spiritual being. I am not just a physical body. I am a mind. There is a piece of me that transcends earthly thoughts and things. I am a spiritual being, and that means 2 things that I talk about frequently and oftenly. That I talk about frequently and often. That means, as a spiritual being, that means that I have a divine ability and responsibility on this planet. Let me say that one more time. and when I say I mean I and you, have a divine ability and responsibility on this planet. There literally is nothing that I cannot do or achieve. There is nothing that you cannot do or achieve. You have a divine ability. You have the ability to create. You literally have no right to do anything other than win at the highest level. You hear me? Because you have the divine ability and responsibility. Go back to step one. Your life is about others. So since you have the ability and the responsibility, you literally do not have the right to do anything other than win at the highest level. You hear me? You are not called to be average or subpar or a little bit above average. You are called to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you have the ability to become the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you have the responsibility, because when you become the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be, it makes a massive impact on others, which is why you are on this planet. It has never once been about you. It has always been about how your life impacts others. Therefore, today, you are required to use your divine ability to take on the responsibility to do more. Period. And when you know and understand that you are a spiritual being, you can run without the caffeine. You can sleep 4.5 hours a night. You can get through and push and grind and rise and grind and rise and grind and rise and evolve and impact. You can do that when you know these things. I feel better already. I don't know about you. Third thing that I know that continues to move me, to motivate me, to push me through the chaos, that continues to want to help me rise to the absolute best version of myself that I can possibly be. I know that there is always another level. There is always another level. There is always another level. And it is always more beautiful than the last. Always. Think about it. Think about the levels and the stages of your life that you've gone through. Think about the struggles that you've gone through. Think about it. Think about it. When you broke through to that next level, how beautiful was it? How beautiful was it? When you broke through, you're like, oh, wow, that level's awesome. Oh, pow, that level's awesome. It's always more beautiful than the last. And it's more beautiful because it's more challenging. And when things are more challenging, they become more rewarding. And when things are more challenging and more rewarding, it becomes more humbling. And when things are more humbling, it becomes more exciting, right? Every time you go to these new levels, there's new challenges, new rewards. You're more humbled and it's exciting. And you see, I'm trying my best. I am trying so hard to grow old, and as I grow old, just continue to grow to higher and higher levels and become the best version of myself that I can possibly be, not for me, but for you, and for my kids, and for my wife. You see, I want the experience as I grow old to just keep getting better and better and better and better and better along the way. Don't you? Don't you? No one wants to grow old and have the experience get worse and worse and worse. I want to live a long, happy, fulfilled life, one where I impact others. And so on days like today, when you wake up and you're just like, man, this has been a crazy week. Man, this has been a long week. Man, I'm struggling a little bit today. On days like today, I want you to remember these three things. I want you to remember, one, it's not about you, never has been, never will be. You're put here, and we're designed and are on this planet to impact other people's lives. It's not about you. Never has been. Second thing that you need to know is that you are, just like me, a spiritual being, a child of God, uniquely made by the God of the universe, the God who made everything, made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. The best. And these things, I know you're already on the way. You're watching hashtag Rise and Grind. You're in the Rise and Grind group. You're doing all of these things, and they may seem small, but these things that seem small, I want you to know they're making an impact. They're making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. They've made a massive impact on me, and I, for one, absolutely stinking love you for it. I do. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. You hear me? And the third thing is, remember, there's always another level. You can always do more. You've got another gear. And when you break through, pow, next level. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. More challenges. It's exciting, more rewarding. It'll humble you. And then pow, break through to another level. Pow, break through to another level. And just keep on rising, evolving, and making an impact. If you need more videos like this, go to GlennLundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind armor, if you need your Rise and Grind armor to slap this on to remind you that you were made for more, then go to GlennLundy.com. And if you haven't got your tickets yet to grow your business, for God's sake, make sure you do that. We got 29 days. Most importantly, I need you to come back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again with Kelsey Malacote. She'll be on the show. I'm super excited, pump to have Kelsey Malacote on. She's a photographer. She's inspirational, motivational, and just an amazing superhuman. So I'm super excited to have her on here. Also, a little later today, don't forget that Danelle Delgado and I will be doing an interview, in-depth interview at 10 a.m. Eastern right here on Facebook. Have an incredible day today. Get out there and get it. Get out there and get it. And then I'll see you again on one of these things, because there's lots of things. So I'll see you on one of them, either a little bit later or tomorrow, or I don't know. Hashtag